Hello. Hi, everybody. You all right, Andrew?
Hello.
Good. You all right?
Yes, I've survived the apocalypse so far.
Nice one. Right. Hi, everybody in the chat. We've got a few people in there already. I'm Car Boot Chris, just in case you didn't know. We've also got
Bagging Bell
and the one only.
And the world's greatest clothing reseller, Mr. Money Mental UK.
Okay, thanks for joining us, Andrew, for a good chat. Let's see who's in there. He was in at 5:15. And then we've got LGG. Mr. Diggs is in. DMH. Linda and Gaz. Hi, guys. We're trying something new. Annabelle's operating the buttons.
Because he doesn't want me using my phone.
Yeah, our broadband's not great, so.
Oh, that's the spice.
Tori's in.
Not let me go in. Oh,
Jump now. Jump. So bloody hate this chat thing. I don't hate the people in the chat, I just hate the chat window. It's gone. Carl Phillips, Damien, fill the shelves. Oh my gosh. See, you're feeling my pain now from last time.
It was doing this on Saturday.
It's just what it does. It's just silly. It jumps.
Right, so we've got fill the shelves. Keep going, keep going.
Rumour has it. Hang on, what's that? What's that? Rumour has it. Nice.
Not even a rumour anymore. It's confirmed now.
Who else have we got in? We said Carl, haven't we? Carl Phillips. Rick Payne's in. You've got to keep up with me.
Just the
tea cakes.
Just the fact that it's an apple, and you can't just do normal scrolling. You've got to like do two fingers here. And
John's in. You have to do you can't do one finger with apple. You got to do two fingers.
Yeah, two fingers.
I'm good at doing two fingers.
Okay. So on tonight's show, we are going to show you a selection of what our sales have been like over the last week. How random they remain, as always. I know some people are certainly selling certain kinds of things, but ours remains completely random. And also, we're going to chat about what the title is on the video, which is, are our car boots and jumbles changed forever? And if so, in what way? I'm sure Andrew's going to give us his insight into that.
I liked the fact that you put that comment in one of your
bloody hell.
Boot Facebook pages, and the first comment you got was something like, "Does it really matter at this moment in time?"
Oh, that was just such a silly comment.
I saw that.
I can't do that. Whatever you've done with it.
Did you see that comment in the thing?
I was tempted to reply, but I thought I've already caused enough drama on Facebook over the last few weeks.
But to be fair, I was quite impressed that Chris replied as well.
Well, I wasn't going to. Right, what happened was, just for anyone who doesn't know, I've got two Facebook groups that I run. And they are one in Manchester and one in Devon. And it's solely for the sharing of car boot sales, jumble sales, tabletops, any other such similar events in those areas. And the Manchester one's got quite a lot of people in it now. I'm getting close to 2,000 on it, and a lot of events get shared. And I'm just trying to build a Devon one now, obviously, because I live in Devon. So I put a comment in there to kind of preempt tonight's show. Not that anyone sort of in there really specifically follows our channel, but I put a question in there. Will our car boot sales and jumbles ever be the same again? And it's a valid question. But one lady answered, what did she put? Who cares in this current climate or in this day and age? With what's going on at the moment, who cares? So I just thought, what a silly comment to make. So I just commented back and I put, you're in a group that's all about car boot sales and jumble sales. So you can expect some conversation about the aforementioned event. I'm like,
never
just leave if you're not interested.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tea Cakes says my sales are up 80%, nearly 14k this month. That's nice. That'd be a nice. What does Tea Cakes sell?
Tea.
Tea.
And cake.
No cake, just tea.
Just the tea. What's that one there?
Tea from China.
Just the fact that Haggis Lovers come to join us.
Oh, Haggis Lovers in. Yeah. Weird comment in a group for that subject. Yeah, I can understand sort of if I'd have put it in
like a generic
group of some kind, but it's a car boot group, so that's what we're going to talk about. Linda and Gaz says, I think our new car boot won't survive. It's only been running since August. I mean, we might as well get cracking on this subject while people are talking about it. What do you think about the future of boot sales?
So, here's my views. I think we can largely forget about car boot season this year. I think the way that things are going, maybe there might be one or two that run towards the end of the year, but the majority will go. You might see some indoor car boots towards the end of the year. I think you'll see a lot of indoor jumble sales and whatever coming up towards Christmas time. I think there's a lot of people who, once this crisis is over, can have a lot of stuff that they want to get rid of, because everyone who's been buying stuff on eBay and whatever now during this crisis to keep themselves and their kids entertained is suddenly going to end up with a house full of stuff they want to get rid of. And you're also going to have a lot of people who unfortunately have lost their jobs and are desperate to raise money. So again, there'll be a demand for people to sell stuff, but I don't think the facility will be there. I think next year you'll see big, massive car boot sales and whatever, but this year I think you're going to struggle.
Do you think some of that's just going to be people's fear of being in crowded places?
I think that'll help contribute as well, because we're seeing a substantial time until the vaccine will come along. It could be talking middle of next summer. People are, even if we squash this infection down, there's still the risk of catching it. So people are always going to be a bit dubious how long social distancing will be a thing for. Would you want to go to a car boot? I've seen the bloody hygiene standards at the car boots at the best of times. I don't want to go near some of those people there. I wouldn't trust them to keep themselves hygienic. They can't do it normally, so why would they do it now?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I do think we're probably not going to see the season this year now, with the amount of time they're thinking about. And like you said, the social exclusion thing is going to carry on further into the future, probably. Then we might not see it this year. But if we do see them again, which I'm sure we will, and we'll probably be in a bit dramatic saying that they're finished. But do you see us all walking around car boots with face masks and gloves on, that kind of thing?
Well, I'll tell you what, right? I never thought I would see people walking around Wrexham dressed like that. But I went to the supermarket today to get some essential supplies, and there's all people there in face masks, disposable gloves and whatever on, and I'm thinking, Christ. And I'm just walking around in my Guinness top and, as not shopping as normal.
Yeah, I can see us becoming much more like China's been for a long time, in the fact that they all seem to walk around with face masks on day in, day out as normal. I think that it could end up being more of the normal. Perhaps not everybody, but I think we might see more of it.
I'm just going to carry on as I always have done. Obviously, keeping my distance, 2 meters separation from people, washing my hands on a frequent basis. But, we should all be doing that normally anyway. So that doesn't change for me. I always wash my hands after food, after going to the toilet or anything like that. So,
well, with the boot jumbles and the tabletop sort of don't get going this year, Facebook Marketplace probably will get really busy, especially if they sort of relax at some point they're going to relax the exclusion stuff at some point, whether it be late summer or whatever. So at that point, probably Facebook will blow up with stuff.
Probably blow up, and then we'll end up with another bloody outbreak thanks to bloody Facebook.
I mean, there's been lots of rumours that Facebook are on the verge of coming out with something that's going to rival eBay. I mean, this back end of this year would be good timing for them if they were to get something up and running.
I think so, but having said that, it depends. The other thing you got to think about, how many Facebook staff are down with the virus at the minute. You know, it's not the United States is where a lot of their staff are based. I believe is rapidly becoming an epicenter for the virus. So, for anything like our government departments, they'll be getting losing substantial percentage of the staff.
What was that Phil Lushell said then? I'm getting itchy thinking about all the people clearing their lofts out. I bet loads of people are having spring cleans and clearing the house and doing work and stuff. I think with the reaction we have had from people when out for shopping will continue for a while after this has calmed down. Yeah. I think until they have a vaccine and a better plan in place that we're going to be.
And welcome to Cookie and the Haydens. It is now just me. This is the Money Mental UK takeover. I'm now in charge. We've lost our hosts. They have now sadly been taken away by the effects of the coronavirus. Oh, they're back.
It wasn't the broadband this time. It's Annabelle.
And welcome again. I'm back in charge. The Money Mental takeover is taking place. Don't forget, ladies, at Money Mental UK on Instagram if you're ever bored and want to have a chat. Always available for any subjects. Welcome.
Sorry.
One finger.
It's me not knowing how to use the 1 and 2 finger on this stupid bloody Apple.
I must admit, it does take a lot of getting used to on the Macs, the 1 and 2 finger. Because now, after I upgraded, if you do 2 fingers like that, left and right, it takes you out of the screen to something else.
So you can't stroke it any longer.
No.
So you got to do 1 finger only.
1 finger only for left and right, 2 fingers up and down. Oh my God.
Yes.
That's all right. I kept the channel going. Don't worry.
All right. Thank you. What's Trotters? Hello. I've been wearing my face mask and surgical gloves all day. If you've been out and about, when you've been out, you need to change them. Otherwise, you're just going to transfer stuff. I find Facebook Marketplace a waste of time, lots of time. Tell me about it, Adrian. I absolutely hate Facebook Marketplace, but it could end up being the most likely way to get stock if the boot sales don't open up immediately. What you got to think about as well, like a lot of these boot sales, especially more boot sales than jumble sales, is most of them operate. They're actually businesses in their own right. They're operating as a business, and having gone all the season without. Are they even in a position to reopen? They might not even be able to reopen.
I know the big one near me will survive because that's on a farm. He's making enough money now supplying food. I was speaking to him the other day on the Facebook, and he was saying that even if this hadn't happened, what he was saying is even if even if they wanted to open, they couldn't because he's so busy shipping out lamb or whatever he sells, potatoes and stuff across the country, that he can't keep up with running the farm and doing the car boot anyway. So he said the car boot would have had to have stopped because keeping up with the demand for the food.
That makes sense.
The other one though that we've got, the one I generally tend to go to more, is at an antique centre. Now, if their cash flow's no good, I can't see them staying open.
Yeah.
Because, there's not a huge, they don't sell online. Obviously, nobody's going in there to their shop because it's closed. So
it's a shame that these businesses are just going to go to the wall. No matter what help the government puts in place, it still isn't going to stop a lot of places going under.
I can't save everywhere, unfortunately. But don't worry, the government's brightest minds are on these things now. So,
who are they then?
Well, you know, obviously, I've been heavily involved in contingency planning, so things have got better.
Can you make sure I get a payout for being self-employed, please? Can you put that forward?
There has been conversations that basically you're screwed.
All right, thanks. Thanks for your help, mate, and thanks for your support.
It's my pleasure. That's what I'm here for. Don't know where they come up with
wages.
Don't know where they've come up with this 95% of self-employed people will qualify thing. No, I really don't. I don't know what statistics they're looking at for that.
No.
There's loads of people that just don't fall into the categories they were looking at. But
yeah, I know. There's quite a few of us resellers who don't fall into that as well, especially if you're fairly new, either new to full time or new in general. You're pretty much not covered.
I mean, I won't get anything because although I've got tax returns in there covering the 3 years, my primary income is from work. So
yeah, well, you see, that's the same for me up to the middle of last year, and then when I went full time within the last year, obviously that don't count because they're not counting this year's tax return. So I'm not going to get anything. John says, "Hey,
tell Belle to work harder."
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm trying to get her on the listing.
Trying being the word.
Yeah, she's done 3 today. 3 listings.
3 more than I've done in the last 2 weeks.
There you go. See?
Closet Geek is doing Facebook pickups via taxi. Blimey, not a bad idea if you need stock. It's a good idea if the figures work out when you start including the taxi fare and stuff. If it still works, then that's fine. I've been doing a lot of online sourcing, so I'm seem to be doing okay sourcing online.
I am not selling anything on Facebook at the minute, so that's £300 or £400 of income a month gone.
Did you do that much on Facebook?
Yeah, it's one of my big earners for me.
What kind of stuff did you do on Facebook?
I used to sell a lot of TVs on Facebook.
Right.
I'd buy TVs off eBay or in the charity shops. Got a couple of contacts in that regard. Flip them on eBay. This season now, coming up to sort of Easter holidays, one of my most busy periods normally because people are going off to their caravans, want a new telly for the caravan. I was the principal supplier. But
right.
C'est la vie. I'd rather be safe than putting myself or anyone else at risk.
And at least you've got your main job to pay your most of your bills, hopefully. Yeah. Adrian says they're closing lots or have closed lots of Facebook Marketplace pages as people are going nuts about. Yeah.
I'm doing the same here.
Yeah, they're doing it here as well. It's the same.
The ones here they're still open and people are arguing and creating drama on it every day.
Right.
My view is if you don't want to buy something off it, don't buy something off it. Job done.
Yeah.
Carl says, how am I getting on with the cycling jerseys? You'll see in a minute that I have sold some. I've basically been trying to list all week on them, and I've sold 2 £50 back in already, so that's good news. Couple are sold, but I've done about 30. Fred, dog pickers in. Still can't get my head around that. What's that one? Chris and Bell, Closet Geeks in Devon. Would be good to see you have him on. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Give him a shout.
Yeah, definitely.
Any other resellers in this area?
Well, you've got Corey Barlow.
I know Corey's around here. Don't seem to see him much more at the minute on YouTube and that.
Dave, who's in the chat, Dave the Postie, he's in your area.
Yeah, Dave is up near Bideford.
He's on the opposite side.
Yeah, he's in North Devon.
there's a beautiful lady who I was talking to in Bristol before Louise arrived and distracted me. That is based in Devon as well. I've forgotten her name now. I want to say Annabelle, but that's obviously the beautiful lady sat to your left. All right, one of the two.
Right.
Yeah.
Who can you say?
Ketan says, hope all are well. Been watching Chris and Bell's first few live streams. Yeah.
Scary.
Go back and watch my very first Car Boot Chris video. It is terrible.
Is that before you got your sidekick?
Yeah, when I did just my first pre-recorded video that I did using me Apple Mac, it's just awful. The quality on it was terrible. And
I want to watch some of those 5-minute, 60-second videos you did for Manchester Police.
Get through them all. It's good advice in there.
We've got a spare hour. You should be able to watch about 3.
I need to do some more 60-second tips videos, but I've got to think about subject matter.
Tor Andy, Devon here.
Tor Andy. Cool. Whereabouts in Devon?
Yeah, let us know.
Anything else?
Corey's
doing more Amazon. Yeah, I've seen some of his. I think he's quite active on his Instagram.
Yeah, he's still banging out stuff on Instagram. He tagged me in something earlier, but I haven't looked at it yet. He's
still sending stuff through to Amazon, so he must be managing to get the right categories there.
That's it. We're at the end.
Oh, cool.
That was the one, Aid. Francesca from Exeter.
Up.
That's it, Aid. I knew you'd know.
Francesca's from Exeter.
Yeah.
There's a few from down here.
See, maybe we could do our own reseller meetup. And then, Andrew, you can just travel to us when all this is over and done with.
Damn straight. Make sure you get Francesca there. I'll be there.
Dave says he's from Barnstable. He used to work in Bideford. But it's not far away, is it, anyway, for those two places, I don't think.
You still got it wrong.
I know. It's only because he told me that he was working for a place in Bideford. Amazon has started to relax their restrictions. Didn't know that.
Maybe that's because they're trying to keep everybody up and going.
Hey, you need to get her talking to me. Never mind talking to you.
What were you going to click on? Amazon FBA's gone mental. Apparently so, yeah. I mean, I've not got much up there, to be honest. Mine are the last dregs of what I sent previously. So I think I've done about, I don't know, 100 quid in the last month. Not a lot at all. So I've just left it there because I think they've taken off the storage fees. So I might as well leave it there if that's the case. And just reduce some of the prices, I think.
I'm still not involved with Amazon at the moment, but my eBay, I've been selling stuff on there that has been listed for a very long time. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, my eBay's been reasonably steady. Not a lot of difference from before lockdown to after, to be honest with you. I've been selling just random stuff. And Rewind says, yeah, no storage fees. Yeah, so I'm because my stuff now is coming up to the storage fee sort of time. So for the time being, I'm going to leave it, but I'm gonna look at my prices of everything and just try and get it shifted out the door because I don't really want it to all come back.
Thinking I might do a video looking at my New Year's resolutions and see which ones of those I can chuck out the window now.
I think you should be sat on the other side of the room there.
What?
2 meters apart.
You definitely. We're only like 1 foot apart.
You weren't saying that when you were spooning me last night. It doesn't. I don't think it counts in the same household unless one of you is ill.
And then he's going in the back room.
What did you say, Andrew?
I said I think I might do a video looking at my New Year's targets and revise those for the apocalypse. I think I've only got one target now, which is survive until the end of the year.
I don't set myself any targets, really. You know, I probably should, but I don't really like having targets. Targets are what I hated during my working days, so I kind of don't set a target. As long as I can pay myself the amount that I have, that's probably the only target that I have, is to pay myself at the end of the month the set amount I have in my mind.
How is that? How is that £10,000 a month income going?
10,000. 15.
Have you 15? Is it? Have you told Belle about you've earned 20 grand last month?
Yeah. What's this?
Adrian says, "I don't do Amazon. You lot put me off with the get it up." It is tricky, to be honest with you. It is tricky. Linda and Gas says, "We'll be happy if we can get rid of the 60+ board games through this. So far, so good, selling a few every day." Yeah, I've never been one for board games. And so at the moment, I wish that I had some, but I've never really bothered in the past. I've
got quite a few in the cow shed. So if I manage to get into the cow shed, I wonder, the landlord has been in contact today to say that they'll be in contact this week. So it's like, thanks for that. So you can't
have access at the minute. Is that the problem?
Well, it's the entrance is blocked off at the minute because they've got coronavirus on the camp, so they're in lockdown. So you know, for sensible reasons, they're not letting access into the site. I can appreciate why they're doing that. So once they come out of that lockdown, I'm sure I'll be able to get back into it. But at the minute, they don't want to risk anyone catching the disease. So fair enough.
See, now, if you'd have moved a bit quicker and got all your stuff out of there and in your house, you might have been all right.
I couldn't, could I? Because I was ill. That was the problem. I was going to move it all out, and then I was going to bring my move forward a couple of weeks, and then I got ill, so I wasn't allowed to leave the house. So, the Ebola AIDS / coronavirus.
Haggis Lover says, "Paying my bills and saving a little is the only target I care about." Yeah, that's a good point. For FBA is fine until Amazon jump on the listing and take the buy box and undercut by a big margin. Sold my stuff out and never sent you stock. Yeah, fair dues. I go through phases on Amazon. I'll get nothing for a week and then I'll have a few sales. But I've hardly got any stock up there now. I've probably got about 50 items. It's not a lot. Aid says, "Am I right in thinking Hermes have changed their prices today?" I'm not aware of that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have, though, because obviously we've just had the Royal Mail price increase. So Hermes normally follows along shortly thereafter.
Bloody great. I've not had an email. Normally they bust out an email to tell you. Hi, Deep Fried Deals. Hope you're doing okay. Usually around when Royal Mail changes, yeah. Right, let's do some sales updates then.
Does that mean I can lean back and rest for a minute?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll show you a selection of sales over the last 7 days. I've not picked out anything specific. There's some higher value, some lower value, and I'll show you the kind of stuff I've been selling and how random it is. So let's just roll the old. Might as well make use of these VTs before I lose them. Here we go. These are a few of my favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. We can remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so. So I'm going to share the screen. Hopefully it will work okay. Here we go. And we'll start off. So this is from the last 7 days. This is completely random. Everything that I've been selling, just really strange. So what is it? An iPad case?
Yeah.
iPad mini.
If you don't know what you're selling, nobody does.
I was just checking whether it was iPad or if it were Android, but it's a general sort of thing. But yeah, that went on an offer for £7 actually, plus postage. I had a few of these, so I had like I had 2. Actually, I don't think I might have more than that yet. What else have I got? Ghostbusters.
How much did you pay for them?
What, the covers?
Yeah.
I got them for next to nothing, probably 10p each.
That's fair dues.
Yeah, nothing really, which is why I didn't mind sort of taking offers on them. The cushion covers, I've been selling loads of cushion covers while we've been off. Don't know really why, to be honest with you.
People obviously want to spruce up their houses while they're sat staring at them.
Yeah. This was a Ghostbusters one. Sold for £9.99. These cost me around the £2 mark. This was a nice cap sale. It's a McLaren Formula One cap. I remember buying this. We actually bought this in Devon.
Did we?
Yeah, about a year ago when we came down. So I have had it a while. It sold on an offer. It went for £26.99 plus postage. So that was about 30 quid postage. It cost a £5. I remember buying this. So not too bad. Walking Dead comics. Well, graphic novels. So I've got loads of these graphic novels and I've been bundling up together into sort of lots.
I like the way it's supposed to do that, where its face fits together over both the books.
Where?
There.
What do you mean?
I see what you mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I didn't even know that.
Look, and the next one. Oh no, it's not. That's not. But that one does.
Oh, it does, no. It does fit. No?
No, that's his arm, isn't it?
No, that is clever, that.
Does.
I didn't know that either. Well done. That went for £15, that lot. In the end, I took an offer of 15. Cost-wise, really difficult for me to say because I bought massive job lots. What are you pointing at?
As well over the two.
Oh, yeah. It's clever, that, isn't it? I wonder if you put them in a long line, if it actually all matched.
But the fact that you didn't know what happened and you've managed to get certain ones matching.
Yeah. Well, obviously, they're in sequence, aren't they? A bundle of Disney DVDs, obviously for the kids to watch while they're off.
Oh, The Emperor's New Grooves. That's fab. Need to watch that again soon.
I've never seen that.
Oh, we need to watch it.
This went for £15.99 as priced, I think. And plus postage on top, so it was about 20 quid with postage. Normally, I would have paid probably 50p to £1 on each of these. But there's no way really saying now how much I paid for those. Build-A-Bear, Andrew.
Bloody things.
How to Train Your Dragon.
I have come across a couple of Build-A-Bears when I was in Chester the other week before the lockdown.
See, they do exist.
Yeah.
Did you buy them?
No, they weren't worth anything.
No, just the crappy generic ones.
We got this from an indoor one at this school in.
Oh yeah, in Cheadle.
Yeah.
How much did we pay?
£4. Yeah.
£4, and it's boxed as well. It's got the original box. So not too bad. Not too bad. I'm quite happy to sort of take some offers at the moment. So I've been pushing out lots of offers. This is Tails, vintage 1990-ish, I think. 1992 or something like that. Plush. I got this in a job lot of Sonic toys. Probably £1 or £2, but it didn't go for £24.99. It went for £17.99 plus postage. Are you doing a lot of offers at the minute?
Yeah, I'm open to offers. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff that's going out full price, but I'm definitely open to offers.
Here's one of my cycling jerseys that I bought and sold this week. I was surprised it went, really, because it didn't look like there was anything really amazing about it. Like the imagery or anything wasn't great, but obviously somebody had a search set up on this make Klein, because this literally sold within about 20 minutes. They offered 25. I just took it because I thought, well, 25 is not bad. So 25 plus postage. So that was a nice little sale. I did sell another cycling jersey, but I've not bothered putting it on here. Another one went for 25, I think, or 24. England shirt.
Is this yours?
No, this is one I got from a charity shop. I think it is 2007. Yeah, 2007 to 2009. I paid £3 for it. It went for £13.99, not £15.99. Let's have a look what else I've got. Like a satchel type bag thing. Bit of a retro feel to it. Messenger bag or a laptop bag. Oh, what did I pay for these? What did I pay for these? Can you remember? I think I've got £2 in my head because I had a black one and a red one. I already sold the black one. I just had left with this red one. So I think it was £2 and it went for £15, that one, I think. So you'll notice nearly all of these are on offers.
So another Grinch tie.
This is my last one, thank God. A Primark Grinch Christmas tie.
But you sold one of them the other day as well, didn't you?
I have 5 of the bloody things. There you go, look. 5 sold, none available. They were £1 each. So this one sold for £5 with free postage as well I put on it because I could do it as a large letter. So I put free postage on it. So not really made much on that one at all.
You win some, you lose some.
The thing is, when you add it up over 5, it's not so bad because you paid £5, but I probably got between £25 and £30 back for a £5. But because it's individually, it doesn't feel as good.
No, I like my multi-quantity listings.
Well, they're good because you can just leave them there, can't you? And then, right, that's another one sold. Get it out. Don't have to do anything. You've still got them there. But profit level was fairly small, but you know, you got your small ones and your big ones, haven't you, Andrew?
I've got a good replenishable multi-quantity item that I can still source during the apocalypse as well. The shop that sells it is still open, so although I'm only making like £3 or £4 on each sale, it's still ticking in, bringing in about 50, 60 quid a month for me, so I'm happy with that.
That's good. Yeah, it's good to have something like that you know is a reasonable seller and you can just tick away.
I was thinking about you earlier, Andrew, when I was reading a Facebook post about somebody who had been struggling to buy pasta, so they ordered it from Summers and made bolognese with penis-shaped pasta.
Yeah,
I thought that. See, all them people that laughed at you for getting pasta in your Secret Santa.
Oh yeah,
lifesaver now. Lifesaver.
Have you had it?
Yeah, I've had it. I can't get pasta for love nor money in Wrexham anymore now. As soon as someone in Wrexham gets some, it gets put on Facebook, so everyone's on the place. So
did you make bolognese with yours?
I made something with it.
Let's see what else we've got. So go on.
I was going to say I made sweet love with mine.
You made sweet love to it, or you made sweet love with it?
Made sweet love with it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Love.
Okay, so we sold this little pint-sized Hero Funko figure. This is a little thing. It's about 1.5 inches tall. So
yes, I know what 1.5 is.
It's only a little tiddler. But literally, I have job lots of these figures, and
we've just had some more.
I've had a load more sent through of these pint-sized figures, and some are worth something and some are not. So you have to take the good with the bad. But this particular one probably cost me about 50p, maybe even less than 50p.
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. And the space it takes up is next to nothing. You can just put them all in a big box and then root for it when it sells.
I've heard you used to rooting through a box.
Yeah, some big boxes as well. Converse trainers, brand new. I've had these for ages. I got these from M&M Direct. They had
they're ugly.
Yeah, they weren't nice. They had a sale on, and I bought a load of stuff, but to be honest, it hasn't sold well. This one's gone. This went for, I let these go for $22.99. But generally the stuff I bought from there hasn't sold well. I probably didn't buy well, so it's a learning curve.
I've often thought about doing a bit of RA from them, but I've never got that.
I probably wouldn't, unless you see anything amazing. I probably won't bother, because I tend to only buy off there when it's a sale or a big sale's on, like 80% off or something. But
the point that they couldn't sell it didn't kind of hit them.
Exactly. That's what I'm about to say. Is the point that whatever's left in those sales is generally not that good. It's in the sale for a reason.
Like that top you're wearing.
This is class. This
Hummel.
What were that? 95% off.
Probably.
Rubbing their hands with glee, thinking finally somebody's bought this after.
Hey, I'm thrifty. What can I say? A bundle of Blu-ray movies. You might have seen last week, I think, or the week before, I was pulling together a load of bundles of Blu-rays, and I've sold 2 or 3 bundles. This was one of them. It didn't go for $29.99, but I think it went maybe 20. I might have let it go for 20, I think. Which still represents a decent profit.
These have just been sat in the house forever.
I've had these for so long.
Oh, that's my favourite film.
Which one?
Sunshine on Lee.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
Good film that.
I'd bought that bundle. That's all my sort of geeky films.
It is actually, isn't it? Yeah. Apart from that animated one there, Waltz with Bashir.
I don't know what that is, but the others are definitely.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there's another 20 quid in. What else we got? Star Wars figure. I bought a load of these figures at a car boot. Remember them?
It was one of those car boots where you'd bought nothing. We'd walked all the way around it. It'd been chucking it down. You'd bought nothing, and then you were determined, weren't you? So you literally bought the entire guy's stock. I bought
all his stock, and we came up with a deal. This one sold for $9.99. I think I paid an average of £2 to £3.
Something like that.
I think it was like £2.50 or something each on average. So there's still profit in it. But they've been selling steadily well, these. I had quite a lot of them. Like multi-lot. As you can see here, there's 3 available. I've already sold 2 of them. Or I sold 2 after this one went. So I've probably got, I think I've 1 left now. But I've got others as well.
I sold Star Wars figures recently as well that have been listed for ages. So
boxed ones.
Yeah, maybe the people at home now are thinking, right, it's time to expand my collection.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly.
I think people are Christmas shopping early because they've got nothing better to do.
I've heard
some. A bit of retail therapy, I think, some of it. I think people are just, when you're bored, you just go online, don't you? Start searching for stuff.
I've heard some people are having second Christmases.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen that where people are putting the Christmas trees up and the decorations up.
I don't know why you'd do that. I couldn't be asked doing that.
Chris couldn't get ours up into the loft fast enough.
I couldn't be asked having the proper Christmas, let alone a second one.
I'm with you on that. I can't be doing with all the bloody decorations.
Humbug, the pair of you. Don't start that.
Bloody way.
Christmas is amazing at Christmas time.
So we sold this retro, would you call it? Yeah, you call it retro. I have done there, haven't I? Camera.
Instaprint camera.
Yeah. So that went out the door. That was part of my big camera bundle, so it's hard to say how much that cost. Less than £5 anyway. And the last one I'll share with you was this Tim Hortons vintage jacket, which, to be fair, I did not think would sell. It came as part of a blind bundle of vintage jackets, and I was really disappointed with the contents of this bundle. But I have since sold a few bits out of it. I'm probably close to getting my money back, which was the main thing. But this one, this was Tim Hortons. This is the coffee, a Canadian coffee shop chain.
Place.
Yeah, they do like breakfasts and burgers.
We actually found one in Manchester.
Yeah.
Not long before we moved, didn't we? Amazingly, and I was adamant we were going in. And I bought us a breakfast, didn't I?
Yeah.
So all right.
Yeah. So that was an unusual one, but that went for £30, not £39.99. 30 quid on an offer. I think I pumped that offer out to somebody, they accepted. So there you go.
Great condition.
No, the condition was clearly labelled. You can see there on the arms. The condition was clearly labelled as very, very worn. Needed some TLC, some cleaning. So there you go. And that is my selection of sales from the week. What kind of stuff have you been selling, Andrew, this week?
Media, jigsaws, board games, and action figures. That's it. That's the only categories I've sold this week. But I haven't been doing anything on eBay. I've not been listing. I've not been promoting listings or doing anything on it. I've been quite happy for it to sit in the background. I've been too busy to think about it. But it's still been quite a lot of stuff selling, probably more than I would sell on an average week where I actually paid attention to it. So,
well, that's good. That's good that it's still ticking away. It gets your volume of stock down a bit.
So yeah, creating room in the house for more crap to come in.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think this is an answer to the My Hermes thing.
Right. So now there's the 2 to 10's gone, which I always thought was stupid anyway, because that was such a wide ranging number. So now it's 2 to 5 and then 5 to 10. So I wonder what the prices are on those. Because to send something like was just over 2 kilograms and it cost £6.49, I always thought was a bit stupid.
Ridiculous. I just ended up using UPS for an extra 30p.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used them. Hi, Peter. Any other chit chat we missed while we've been on there?
Pretty much everyone's been saying hi to everybody, so I'm just gonna whiz through it.
I've got loads of PS2 games, Andrew. Do you remember I started buying bulk job lots of them? Do you reckon it's worth bundling them together?
Well, I'd have a look at the titles. So the values of PS2 games are going up at the minute because the supply is going down. So there's definitely a demand for them at the moment. So I'd have a look at individual titles. I mean, I'm selling stuff now that a few months ago wouldn't have sold for love nor money. So
with the PS2 games, have a look at the individual titles, see if individually they're worth anything. If they're not like individually worth much, do you bundle them in genre, like racing games or platformers?
Yeah, I do that. Or if it's something really crap, I'll put a random bundle together of stuff as well. Right.
Okay. I might start looking at that this week. Tea Cake says someone sold me a size 9 and a 10 mismatched pair of Converse, and I sold them on for little profit. Then ended up refunding.
Lesson learned.
Oh no, Converse not again. Baubles the other day. Who's buying baubles for Christ's sake?
Oh, it's people having bloody Christmas.
It's just stupid.
Oh, some are playing at it again.
Just had an offer on his horse racing game, £27. £27.
Oh, no.
Oh, what did I have? I had a £1 offer. What was it on? I had something up for 25 quid. I can't think what it was now, but they offered me £1. So normally I counter, but I just could not be bothered with it. They were clearly numpties, so I just declined it.
I've taken a policy now as well of any eBay messages I get. I'm not even bothering replying to them anymore. I'm just marking them as answered because come to the conclusion that most of the people who message me then never buy the stuff anyway. So not wasting time with them anymore.
I must admit, I don't really get that many questions on items, to be fair.
Getting loads of questions from people going, will you ship this out for delivery tomorrow, whatever? And I'm like, tell you what, I was replying to say, if you can find somebody who'll do next day delivery at the moment, do let me know, because I can't. But I've just stopped replying now.
Yeah, fair dues.
The customer base, the demand has increased to such an extent that I don't need to bother.
Leanne says, I sent out 18 jigsaws this morning. I've just sold another 4. Oh my God.
Something we don't have, jigsaws.
No, I just don't buy them. Dave said he's got lots of PS2 games as well. I literally have hundreds. I've got hundreds of them.
He went through this phase. Chris is one of these people where if he says he's going to do something, he doesn't do it in small doses. So it was like, I think there might be a bit of profit if I start collecting PS2 games now. In 10 years' time, 20 years' time, like PS1 games, they'll be worth
not that
something.
Long. Not that long.
Whatever. But that's what your theory was. And then before I knew it, there was bags and bags and bags of bloody PS2 games coming into the
I don't think they'll ever reach PS1 values because the PS2 sold twice as much as the PS1 did. So your volume of PS2 games is a lot higher. But the value is, some of the stuff I've sold now is worth more than it was 2-3 years ago.
Right. Aid says they've just had a look at Hermes. It's $5.99 for 2 to 5 kilograms, and $6.99 for 5 to 10 kilograms. Oh well, it's a slight saving because I very rarely send anything over 5 kilograms. Media buyers, Magpie, etc., are getting low on stock. I would hang fire with PS2 games.
But you could find out. You got a mate that works for Magpie.
Yeah, well, my best mate works for Magpie. I'll ask him later what's going on with PS2.
I've had this a couple of times now. Apparently, when I sit back, the man looks like a crown on top of my head.
Okay. How is Lainey? Because Lainey's not been well, has she?
She's recovered now. She survived the Ebola age. Well,
has she had the virus?
Don't know. But that's the thing. We don't know if we've had it or not, do we?
That's true. Yeah.
You don't know what illnesses are, do they?
I mean, I've hoped I've had it because I don't really want to go through that experience again, let alone anything worse.
You might have had it for all you know.
Well, that's me hope.
Leanne, I only usually pay 50p to £1 and make some up. But otherwise, I lay the pieces out on a grid and take photos to prove pieces are all there. So I think that helps sales.
Yeah, that's a lot of effort, though.
It is, isn't it? So do you count the pieces?
You'd have to, wouldn't you? You'd have to count the pieces to make sure they're all there.
Do you think you get a lot of returns on jigsaws and people completing it and then saying, there's one piece missing?
I only sell sealed ones, so
I can imagine that you might get a lot of returns on jigsaws.
I know when we get that next day,
people buy them and then they never put them together anyway. They think, I get a jigsaw as a gift for so and so. It gets gifted and it ends up they don't want to bother with it. So, which is why it never seems to have a problem getting sealed jigsaws. People buy them as gifts and never bother actually using them. But that might change now at the moment with everything that's going on. I think people have got obviously some more time on their hands with being furloughed or out of work.
Yeah.
I suppose it depends. My family are all big jigsaw puzzlers. My mum does jigsaws all the time, and she'll go around to my sisters and they'll sit there till 3 o'clock in the morning doing a jigsaw because it's like 1 million pieces.
Jesus Christ.
I just don't see the attraction, me.
I used to do them. I haven't got the patience now.
Haggis Lover says, just got a sale and then a message asking how much they had bid on the item. It wasn't an auction and people are being confused a lot today. And I mentioned this on Saturday. There appears to be a lot of new people to eBay. There's a lot of guest accounts operating. I've sold a lot to 0 and 1 and 2 feedbacks. So there appears to be new customers coming.
Yeah, I got a few new. I've just had something returned today from a customer. not even put their proper address on. I just print off the address that's provided, so it's been returned, and I've looked at the address and I'm like, oh yeah, he hasn't put a house number or a name on this, so I'm waiting for that case to be open to say he's not received it, and I'll just be like, well, what address do you live at? Oh right, okay, well that's different to the address you've given, that's why you've not had it.
Yeah. Aid says, had an order for jersey at the weekend. I'm sure when I checked the other day, Hermes gave me a price, and I looked today, and now they're not delivering there, so I've got to go with Royal Mail. I think it also can depend on the postcode within that place, because I've had some for one of the islands. I'm not sure which island it was now, but the specific postcode, like they might have been way out in the sticks and they just don't deliver there, but then there might be somewhere in like the town area that yes, they will deliver to. But I don't know about Jersey specifically. I can't help you on that one. Tea Cakes, agree with Andrew. PS1 are pretty good and appreciate, but PS2 only a select few will be worth it. You're telling me that now? I've got about 500 frigging games here. I'm gonna have to bundle them up, aren't I?
That's...
No, don't count them.
She has a grid of 500 squares, so she just puts a piece like in the grid.
Oh my god! Oh, that sounds horrendous.
It's not at the moment when she's selling 20 odd games a day.
I mean, if you're doing some good sales there, though, but it sounds like a horrendous process. 111 said it was suspected. I've never had anything like that before. It was horrible, but much better now. Thanks for asking.
Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better.
No worries, Eleni. I'm glad you're doing better, yeah. What's that one?
I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for bloody paracetamol, I think I might have had to be going to the hospital, but the paracetamol worth the treat. So that's my top tip. If you get Ebola AIDS, paracetamol.
Good luck trying to find bloody paracetamol. Okay, every time I do my supplies run, I've been looking.
I eat paracetamol like there's no tomorrow on my bad.
You know what? I think I have to buy some online.
And I've literally been rationing them. I've been trying to kind of make do without. I have regular pain relief anyway, but then I have to top it up with paracetamol and stuff like that just when on the really bad days. But I'm having to kind of ride through it at the moment just so we can spread them out.
Sorry.
I managed to get...
My left testicle's gone numb.
And my hands are both here. I have nothing to do with it.
I'm sat on this bloody stool. It must have got caught up.
I managed to get 2 packs of paracetamol in Sainsbury's today, so I'm happy. Bloody 70p a pack, though. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I'd known about 20p.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I put them through the checkout.
Oh. It's nearly as bad as when I went in the co-op near us the last week and they didn't have any cheap beans, so it was 80p for a tin of Heinz beans.
He's point blank refused to buy them.
I'm not buying them for that. They can forget it. I'll do without my beans.
They had massive, big cans like you would get in a cash and carry for a restaurant in the Spa today of baked beans. So they've been going to the cash and carry and stocking up, I think.
Right.
I get the normal supplies. But obviously, I didn't buy any of those. They're too bloody big for me. But it worked out. They were quite reasonably priced.
You can't write this. The person who made me the offer on the horse game has messaged saying, will I take £50 and wait for it, a box of food? What? They've offered you £50 on a box of food for the horse racing game. What?
Oh, dear.
No way. That's ridiculous. Go on. What else we got?
Just people saying about the paracetamol. Dave said his mum's looking for extra strong paracetamol. Yeah, I know. I
mean, we hardly had any paracetamol this week, and the last couple of days I've had a shocking headache. But I've kind of been like,
saving them for me.
Yeah, saving them for you because I'll have what are the other ones? Ibuprofens. I'll have them, but they're not quite as good as paracetamol sometimes.
Yeah. Plus, ibuprofen is a bad thing to take if you've got the COVID-19.
I know, but I'm hoping I haven't got it, so I'm all right. 80p, having a laugh. Yeah, definitely. Bloody 80p for a tin of beans. They can sod off. I'm used to paying like 15p or something. Reminds me, tin opener. Need a tin opener's baked beans can. Probably that last one.
Oh, Dave. Dave's on form today. I'm assuming this is for Mr. Diggs. Right back asking for bog roll. Could end up with a full year's worth of shopping at the rate.
No shortage of bog roll around here. I could have bought some Andrex and Sainsbury's if I'd so wanted to.
I think the bog roll has replenished itself now. People have that much of it that they probably didn't sell any anymore for ages.
Just can't get bloody pasta. I'm going to have to change my diet. I have to learn how to cook food.
We haven't had pasta much, have we?
No, because the only pasta that we came with is gluten-free pasta, and it's even I'm not keen on it.
It's disgusting.
So we're having it as and when we have to.
They have got like some gluten-free stuff and whatever going on, but I ain't taking that away from somebody who's got, you know, specific dietary needs. You know, let them have that for the sake of what, me having some pasta? No, well, I'll have something else.
Don't bother anyway. It's bloody horrible. It's like gloopy glue. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's not best. And to be fair, I only really bought it because it had all been reduced in Morrison's or something a couple of months back. And I'm trying to go as gluten-free as possible just to see if it'll help with some of my symptoms. But when you start eating stuff like that, it just makes me think I'll just suffer a little bit and carry on eating the normal stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, things like bread and pizza dough and stuff is a complete no-go. I have to have that gluten-free or it's not worth the hassle. Whereas pasta, I can still kind of get away with it as long as I don't eat loads. So, yeah, I think I'll stick to just normal pasta if we can ever buy it again.
My biggest worry is the KFC goes bust.
I don't eat it.
KFC and Wetherspoons go bust. My life is over. KFC, Wetherspoons and Aldi are the three cornerstones of my existence. Now, I know Aldi's going to be okay because they're selling stuff hand over fist, but Wetherspoons and KFC, the future's looking dodgy. Everyone needs to stay at home to save KFC and Wetherspoons.
Haggis Lewis said, get some flour and make your own pasta, Andrew.
Have you tried getting bloody flour around here? You got no chance.
Make your own pasta?
Yeah. Can't get flour.
How would you be able to make your own pasta?
It did make me laugh because I was reading on a Facebook post earlier when somebody was asking about one of the Tesco's near us and how bad is the queues and was there enough food there because they wanted to try and go and do some shopping. And people were like, oh, the majority of the shelves are full, but you can't get flour, you can't get pasta, and you can't buy all the stuff for baking. And I'm like, what? And it's like, apparently everybody's suddenly become like bakers and they're just...
Master bakers.
Yeah, they're just... Shut up. And I'm like, what? Why is it? And is it for that reason? Is it because people are trying to make their own?
They've got all the time. They can get on YouTube and follow a bloody recipe or something.
Well, people think they can, because they can't get bread. They're all panicking, thinking, "Oh, we're gonna have to make their own. We're gonna have to make some bread, aren't we?" So they're all like, I mean, I've got a bread maker, but I've used it once. I might have a go again when I get really bored.
Oh. You're never going to have another go.
No, I'm not. I know full well I'm not. But I've what was I going to say? I've volunteered now for the local to help the local people of the Wrexham community. So I'm hoping I'll get an inside line on the where all the good supplies are soon enough.
Right. Have you put a caveat in that as long as they're female, you'll help?
Well, funnily enough, I have said if there's any ladies in distress, I said I am CRB checked. I have got the relevant clearances from government, so I'm safe to go around and see these people. Don't bother sending anyone else.
You do realise that CRB checks are only valid for the day that it's printed.
Really? That's disappointing.
What's this at Deep Fried Deals has said?
Gluten-free frozen pizzas are pretty common in US groceries. We do have them, but not many. And it's normally just like cheese.
Yeah. Not.
Now and again, you might find a pepperoni one if you're lucky.
Here's one to throw out to you. I've just had a return pop up from eBay, another return, right? And what they've said what the item was, it was 4 Flash comics. And when I say Flash, I mean the Flash. And a plush toy. So the plush toy is by the by, that was fine. But what he said about the comics is, on the outside, they are listed as numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. But he's saying that on the inside, they're different issues on the inside.
So,
they're not issues 1, 2, 3, 4 on the inside.
How's that work?
How's that even possible?
Could be a printing error, I suppose.
Could be worth money then, couldn't it? I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'll just accept the return and have a look at it when it comes back. Seems a bit odd, though.
I'm not convinced like that many returns will end up coming back anyway at the minute with everything that's going on. You know, the police are stopping people on the street at the minute. Can you imagine what you're doing, mate? Oh, I'm just sending this return back to eBay. No, you're not. Jog on, get back home. It's not an essential trip.
Yeah. I've had 2 returns back this week that have arrived back to me, but I've also got 2 that seem to be completely inactive. I'm expecting they're not going to even come back to me. What's this? Sad news. Carluccio.
Yeah, the restaurant chain's gone into administration.
Oh. I think there's going to be a lot of businesses, isn't there, that are going to go to the wall, like we were saying earlier. Such a shame.
But fortunately, monumental industries will keep going throughout the apocalypse.
Are you? I mean, how are you doing with your finances at the moment?
Well, I've got this 3-month mortgage holiday now, so that should see me through. If after 3 months, hopefully the situation is improved. But I'm hoarding money at the moment, as well as whatever else I can get my hands on. So,
right. I mean, I spoke to you privately, but our house sale is at the moment 50-50 as to whether it's going to go through, which could cause me some issues.
Ridiculous that.
I mean, we were right on the end when we were on the last knocking for the house. So we were literally about to exchange and complete. And now there's a small issue with the garden plan. The boundaries on the plan that aren't quite right. So they're arguing the toss about this. They're wanting us to sort it out before we complete, and we're saying, look, we're not in a position to do that. We've agreed to an insurance policy to be paid that will if anyone claims anything on this tiny piece of land. But they're still not happy. So at the moment we're at a bit of a to and fro. We're almost at deadlock.
Just at a 2, there's not much throw.
Well, yeah. So if the house doesn't sell or this collapses, which I'm hoping we're going to find out this week one way or another, whether it's going to happen or not. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to apply for the mortgage holiday on it to give me a bit of space. And then hopefully when things start calming down in the summer, we're going to go down the rental route and try and rent it out. And keep it as an asset, you know, that we own. I mean, we were 50-50 about whether to do that in the first place, but the reason we wanted to sell was because we had our grand plans to try and get a cafe in the end, and we wanted to free up a bit of cash to do that. But who knows whether that will happen now anyway.
The world has changed around us, isn't it?
Hey?
The world has changed around us, mind you. As a positive note, though, you might find a lot more venues become available for you to move.
Yeah, we've said that.
We have kind of said that this kind of wherever someone's misfortune, there's always somebody else who can step in, and that sounds really harsh, and I don't really mean it to sound that way, but you know, a lot of businesses might fail, and that could give us an opportunity. But if we haven't sold the house, we might struggle. We'd have to get loans and stuff out.
Yeah. Yeah, Oliver Ian, thanks for that.
Bell and Chris now. Well, I'm considering even looking down the Airbnb route. Could we make it into an Airbnb? But I don't know. Anything's on the cards at the moment.
Just to answer Lee's question there, because I've been working, I've not been able to do the news because I've not even seen the latest announcements because I've been working when it's been on, unfortunately. So don't get much time off at the moment.
Go back to Oliver Ian a minute.
Which one? That one?
Eva. Your caps are on the way, by the way, so they should be arriving. I sent them out with today's post. What was Linda and Gaz saying?
Oh, Linda and Gaz were just saying the
gutted. Hope it gets sorted. Sounds like your plan. Yeah, we've got a secondary plan. It's not ideal, but in the end, it could work out better for us.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, we keep saying that.
The reason isn't always good, though.
Thanks.
Yeah,
thanks for your positivity.
Yeah, thanks for that, Andrew.
Cheers.
Never mind positivity, I'm a realist.
Mr. Diggs says, no sign of me and the missus moving yet. Place is empty, but no idea on a moving date. Yeah, I know, it's such a shame.
Well, your chances of getting a removal company at the minute are slim to none as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't see it as essential travel for moving, would they?
Airbnb is popular. Yeah, it is. We've used loads of Airbnbs. Whether it's a bit more work involved than actually just renting the place out for a solid income.
Excuse me.
Get away from me. Jesus.
Bloody hell, she's got the coronavirus.
Get out.
I'll say, when I was in Aldi before, there was this bloke and he had the worst cough ever. And I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, I don't want to go anywhere near where you've been. I just don't.
Oh, for Christ's sake. He's got it.
Sorry.
No, I know, yeah. Junk Girl. Has Junk Girl been in before? Have we seen her before?
She's been in before, yeah, of course, yeah. She's one of my future wives.
Everybody's your future wife.
She said she'd love to have an Airbnb. Yeah, I would like to have one if it was like close enough for me to manage it properly. But with it being up in Manchester, it could be a bit more difficult.
I just put Fix It Frida in charge.
Well, yeah, I did think that. I could pay her a little bit into a pension, couldn't I?
If it was my mother's, I wouldn't be paying her a penny. My love is enough of a payment.
That's because you're a tight bastard.
I have this thing, right? You know this little hand thing here? Somebody put on Facebook once that everybody puts this on as like praying hands.
Yeah, that's
but
what
apparently isn't it a hand high-fiving?
No, it's praying hands.
I'm always a bit confused because
it's quite clearly that.
Right, but then somebody put on Facebook that it's actually supposed to be a high five, like two hands high-fiving. But then obviously when you put in like condolences on people's Facebook pages or comments, and then
that's because it's not a high five. This is a non-argument.
I've stopped putting it now just in case, because I'm just like, sorry, Catan. I know you've put it as praying hands for us, but yeah, I just thought
it could be a blessing in disguise. I hope so. We'll never know, because if we don't sell and we end up renting, we'll never know what would have happened if we'd have sold.
It's all get shut.
Oh, oh, you've passed it to it now.
I've got the bloody virus. That's it.
Jesus.
You won't see me again. This is it, folks. The end of Monumental UK. Bloody Bella's given me the bloody virus.
Internet virus.
What's this one? Junk Girl.
My nose is dead tickly now.
Oh, stop it. And now look, you've wiped your nose and now you're about to press that. Stop it. If I get it now, I'm gonna record this bit.
It is recorded.
We live out in the country with a few acres. I wonder if people maybe would just come and stay and get away from.
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
We've booked loads of Airbnbs in the UK and abroad, and they've always been great. The first thing we look for is not a hotel anymore. We always look for Airbnb.
Catan might have answered it for us. Catan might have answered. I type praying, that emoji comes up. So it is. It's praying hands, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you don't believe everything that you see on Facebook, folks.
I don't even know why you would think that was
because there was a whole thing that people were going, oh, we've been high-fiving all these people that have been dying. So I just stopped putting it just in case.
High-five my ass.
The only thing you need to believe on Facebook is me.
Okay.
Tea-Cake says rental's a great idea. Get someone else to pay the mortgage and can always remortgage later for some working cash. Unless we have a virus thingy and 50% of your tenants don't pay.
Like mine. Ooh.
Yeah. We were really like that. Whether to rent or sell.
I can see a major property crash coming along after this.
So we need to sell now. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Renting is great. I rent my tiny apartment in Spain. It's paying for most of my bills. Nice. That's good.
It's like got my friend at the minute. She's buying her first house, and she's like, "Oh, I'll go through to completion on this." I'm saying, "Why?" I said, "In 6 months' time, that house is going to be worth less money. There's no fucking have any money to buy houses with."
Yeah. Well, our buyer is cash. They're not getting a mortgage. They're buying it for their son. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I think they're angling for a reduction, which we may end up doing a small reduction. Everyone's sneezing.
I've told you, I'll give you all an internet virus. What can I say? I'm good.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, my back's aching leaning forward. Oh, you'll have to do it for a minute.
Okay. So what else is happening in your neck of the woods? Anything?
Couldn't tell you. I've now been accepted into the local volunteers network, so I'm going to become a volunteer hero. I think I said that earlier, didn't I? I'm trying to persuade as many pretty women as I can to sign up to be volunteers with me as well.
We got a fat pooch.
Didn't you try and get in with all the nurses and do a bit of volunteering in there?
Well, I offered, I contacted a few and offered me spare room out, to support the NHS. I have said there is a pre-vetting stage. They need to send through a passport photo.
Did your reputation get there before though?
Well, I've not had any offers, put it that way. Nobody's taken me off. How did I do that, Georgina? You just have to volunteer for the NHS England where you are. There's type in NHS volunteers into Google, it'll come up.
Haven't they closed it down now? I saw something saying that they've closed the applications down because they've been inundated with people.
I have no idea. It's not NHS England here anyway. I volunteered for that one and found that was ineligible due to not living in England. So I'm with the Association of Volunteers for Wrexham.
Well, I think they said they'd had something like over 750,000 applicants to volunteer.
They're probably sifting through to get all the Welsh and Scottish out that have accidentally volunteered like me.
Because I know my sister and my niece had put themselves forward, but I mean, with that many people to go through, the chances are a lot of people might not even hear anything back.
I better hear something back. I'm an important and key government official.
Dave said he's just ordered on Uber Eats as last days for free delivery and supporting a friend who's doing well with delivery.
Oh, can we have a kebab?
Have we got any Uber around here?
I don't know. Can we find out?
I bet there's nothing here. I bet there's nothing.
I have bloody Uber Eats for you, are you? Christ, I don't even have it in Wrexham.
Do they not?
I don't think we are.
What's the other one?
You got Just Eat.
Just Eat.
Just Eat.
We have got a Just Eat.
And Deliveroo as well.
We haven't got Deliveroo. I know we haven't got Deliveroo. I don't think we've got Uber Eats either.
We've had tea. What are you on about? We had.
That doesn't matter. Since when did that matter if you want a kebab?
Should we have one tomorrow night? See if we can find one for tomorrow night.
Can we just have supper?
No.
Oh, come on. Dave, order us an Uber Eats and send it this way.
I don't want a bloody kebab.
All I want is a KFC.
See, I'm not a big fan of KFC.
Yeah, I don't do KFC. I don't do chicken on the bone for a start.
Oh, I love chicken on any meat on the bone is always better.
Blech. Don't do chicken on the bone, and don't really do deep fried. So
I've always got a big bone going on me.
A big bone that you just want chewing on.
You know what I could do? That's nasty. A couple of our local pubs do deliveries.
I know.
We could see what they've got tomorrow and have something.
That's not going to be the same as like a kebab, though, is it?
No, it's not. But it's more healthy. You keep moaning about your weight, so.
And you keep buying chocolate.
Yeah, I did buy chocolate. What's the latest with the post office? I think he mentioned earlier, Dave, didn't he? What was happening at the post office?
Well, he works for Royal Mail anyway, not post office.
Is it not the same thing?
No, they're two different companies.
I always thought it was the same thing. I didn't know that.
When it got privatised, it got split into two companies. So your Royal Mail delivers the parcels and whatever, and post office counters who obviously run the counters in the shops. So,
what have you got any sort of video coming out or anything, Andrew? Are you working? Are you doing any videos?
I haven't got time to do any videos. I'm literally working. That's it.
I had a delivery this afternoon. A box full of vintage jackets and tracky tops, which I'm going to start listing. So I might do a video tomorrow to show people that. But I'm pretty pleased with it. It was completely blind box. It was described as sort of Nike and Adidas and that kind of stuff. But what actually came was pretty good for the money, really, wasn't it?
For what I was looking at whilst trying to paint my nails while he was interrupting me, so I now only have one hand painted. I'll show you the other hand, but it's under the dog. Yeah, the few bits I did see were all right. So
I'm pretty happy with those. So that's another 40 items of clothing that I've ordered, along with the 100 and something cycling jerseys.
If he carries on like this, he could beat you in the world's best clothing.
Yeah, I mean, this is proper clothing reselling. This is not, your charity shop one-off thing that you get. This is serious stuff.
I've got more than enough stock anyway to see me through a year or two of listings. So
I know. It's just you can't get to the bloody stuff.
No, not in a minute, but hopefully that situation will be resolved soon. And once as a key worker, I've got my travel pass. So if I get stopped by Her Majesty's Constabulary, I'm performing vital government services.
And of course, online reselling is encouraged as it stands.
Yeah, well, currently, might review that. That's only encouraged because I didn't have a chance to review the various categories and whatever of that. It was a lot harder to unpick. So it'll change if things get worse. It'll change to it's only encouraged for selling of food and medical supplies.
Great. We don't want that to come in. Try and keep that away from it.
I've got no influence on that at all.
Trotters says this show is like watching Carry On movie or the innuendo.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I never make innuendos. I just say it.
When is Jimmy's next video coming out? That's what I want to know. When's the next reselling video or next whatever?
He made his live debut on the Money Mental UK channel on Friday night.
Did he? I've not even had a chance to watch that yet. I might watch it tomorrow and see what was on it.
You mean instead of watching Fraggle Rock, which is what you were doing today?
I know, I had Fraggle Rock on this afternoon.
Seriously, I was sat downstairs and I was like, what the hell is he watching?
It was great.
Doing that since I was a kid.
Love it.
Could you stop lifting my hand?
Carl says vintage cycle tops was a good video. Okay, so I might do a vintage jackets tops video.
I have had somebody reach out to me offering to supply me with some wholesale job lots of clothing, but I just had to be honest with him and say, look, I've got like I've got enough stock to see me through 2 years of the apocalypse at the moment. So
right,
Cookie.
What kind of stuff were they offering you?
I didn't even look into it. I just saw he was offering me stuff, and I was like, really sorry, but I really don't need any stock.
Dave must have searched on Uber Eats. There's nothing in Modbury, so we're screwed. Fraggle. It's a Fraggle. Oh yeah.
Come on, that's an innuendo song, isn't it? Down to Fraggle Rock. No.
Grab a Fraggle by his cock. Remember that song?
Till Lipton's dead.
Apparently you've got a pizza and a deli place in Modbury, so you can't get a kebab, but you can get a pizza.
Hang on a minute, hang on. Linda and Gaz, we sold a vintage Sprocket dog. What?
Chris would have had that off you.
I would have definitely had that. She stinks.
I know, that's right.
Is that you?
No, it's her. I was thinking the same.
She smells like piss or something. Cookie, what have you been doing?
What's she been eating?
She's not been doing anything.
What's she been eating?
Yeah. She's been rolling in something. That's what it is.
Oh, get her off me.
She stinks.
Yeah, it's you that stinks, don't you?
Pizza and deli, yeah, place in Modbury on Just Eat. Okay, so we can get something. She stinks. Get her out of here now.
I can't get her off.
Get her out. I'm not touching it. Get out.
There you go, folks. How to raise a dog with Chris and Belle.
Ugh.
She's been rolling around in piss or something. Cookie, what have you been doing? Get her in that shower. Go on. Go. Go for a bath. Bath time. Go on. Bath time. Go see mummy. Go on. Ooh. Stinks. You know, like oh no, I won't say that. That's a bit mean, but
like an old person.
That's pretty much, yeah. That's why I thought it was Belle at first. I thought she pissed herself.
Belle's just sat there and pissed herself. Probably my fantastic jokes. It's understandable.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Joker movie? I watched that last night, completely legally, of course. That was that wasn't what I expected it to be at all.
I quite enjoyed it.
I thought it was all right. You know, I watched it to the end, but it wasn't at all what I expected.
Yeah. You know, it's a strange sort of darkness to it. But DC tend to have that at the moment, like this sort of dark feeling.
I'm going to watch that one that's got, what's her name, Margot Robbins in next. Where she's there with the other women. I can't remember what it's called now.
Oh, Suicide Squad.
No, the semi sort of sequel one.
Yeah, Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she's in there. I'm going to watch that at some point as well, but I can't remember. Not Suicide Squad. No, I've seen Suicide Squad, but I can't remember what it's called. It's only come out in the cinema this year. I figured my view is that the authorities have got bigger things to do than worry about me streaming videos right now. Birds of Prey, that's the one, Linda. Birds of Prey.
Yeah, it's not brilliant, that one, to be fair.
Rewind.
I just want to see Margot Robbins. I've got a thing for blondes at the minute, so.
Right.
Trust me, he was saying it politely when he said it smelled like piss.
I don't know what it is, to be honest. Dave seems to know a lot about Modbury. He says the internet sucks, which it does. Working on about 20 gigabyte at the moment on Sky Broadband, which back in Manchester, it ain't me. I was on about 60 gig. Me 3G, 4G phone signal actually pulls in a better speed than the landline broadband. I
haven't had 4G since we've been here.
I have just had a sale. Guess how much for?
Oh God, here we go. You always dig out one of these, don't you? I reckon it's $4.99.
Incorrect.
$3.99.
Incorrect.
$49.99.
Incorrect.
$1.99.
Incorrect.
You have to say if we're hot or cold.
It's free. You're giving it away.
Carlo B has got it spot on. $2.99 free postage.
What was it?
An Angry Birds PC game. Another thing that, if there wasn't an apocalypse on, would never sell.
Yeah.
I've got an Angry Birds set plush thing that I need to list.
Have you got Disney Plus yet?
Nah, not too bothered about it. To be honest, I can, from next month, I can change my Sky package, and we're thinking about getting rid of Sky altogether. I
have Now TV. I'm happy enough with that. Now TV, Netflix, Amazon Prime, but I might get Disney Plus next month because I haven't. It's not as if I've got to pay my gym membership at the minute. So,
I don't think we'd watch it.
No, I don't.
We've got nearly every Disney film on DVD anyway, so
we've got enough DVDs and Blu-rays to keep us going for years.
2 apocalypses.
Yeah.
Anyway, so okay.
What was that?
What was what?
Something popped on then from your end.
Somebody sent me a message, probably.
Thank God it popped on and didn't pop off.
It's popped off already today. Disney Plus doing a 7-day free. Yeah, they're doing a 7-day free trial. So I might sign up for that. So I imagine they'll keep on doing that to encourage people to
oh God,
yeah.
Gordon says if we have foxes near us.
Trust me, Cookie and foxes do not go together.
I think she's been rolling in something now.
If she can find fox poo or anything, she'll roll in it.
She's going in the shower in a minute when I'm done on here.
I think I need to go in the bath, smelling me.
Have you been rolling in fox poo too?
God knows what I've been rolling in.
Andrew's got Pornhub to keep him happy.
I think I've gone through the great majority of their content now, to be honest.
Maybe you should start creating content for it. Live with Andrew.
I need a victim for that.
Do you get paid for submitting stuff onto something like that?
I've honestly no idea. I've never tried.
Please don't give him any ideas.
I'm just thinking if we need a bit of extra money, we can put you on screen.
Bargain Bell.
I could become a cam model. I reckon I'd be quite good at that. I'm sure the ladies would pay a fortune, or the boys pay a fortune for me.
A cam model?
Yeah, get on there, show off me stuff, get me 15 inches out, job done.
Those that flaunt it don't have it.
Belle, do not give him ideas.
I know what it is like.
They have ad on the porn vids also. All right, so you earn from the ad revenue. Is that what it is? A bit like YouTube?
Oh, hook it up to my AdSense account then.
Yeah. But it'll go on how many clicks you get, won't it?
Well, obviously, I will become bigger than Ron Jeremy.
Apparently, Lynn Gaz knows the answer. Yes, I believe you do, as they were up in arms because PayPal stopped them using their services for it. All right.
I always wonder how people know these things.
I'd probably be violating some kind of terms of service with government anyway if I went on the internet and exposed myself.
Yeah, but just don't put your face on. Unless that many people have seen you.
But my face is the main attraction. People see my face, they're going to want to click on it, aren't they?
Apparently, it was in the news.
All right, that's what you.
Yeah, whatever.
We believe you. Thousands wouldn't. That's one of those bits of information that you know you have, you want to pass on, but you don't want to admit to where you got it from.
If you want to do that.
I reckon Linda and Gaz have been earning a little bit of side income here, and they've got. This is why they've had to go into reselling, because PayPal got chucked off.
They've been rumbled.
Stu says, forget Debbie does Dallas. We could end up with Andrew does Abergavenny.
That would be an excellent series, Stu, and that's a good idea.
Anyway, shall we call it a night?
Yeah, because
I need to watch this dog now.
Whenever you're on Andrew, we just hit gutter level like really quickly.
The thing is, I need to wash this dog now, right? And Cookie needs to have a bath as well.
Oh dear me!
Come on,
story.
Come on. Come on, you smell of pigs. Let's give you a wash. Come on.
I've got to cook some fajitas.
I'm going to pay for that.
Just you wait till later. I'm going to trump under the covers and put your head there.
Now.
What's
this, Dave? Food is on its way, actually only half a mile away.
Right, Dave, bugger off, all right. You're just rubbing it in that I can't get a kebab.
I can't get a KFC. My world has ended. I can't get a KFC. I've had a spoons. All I've got left is Aldi, and they're nearly out of food.
Just in time for Walking Dead.
Ooh, is Walking Dead on? Yeah, you can bath the dog, and I'm going to go watch Walking Dead.
No, you're not. You can put it on pause, and I will watch it when I come down. If I have a shower, it means if she has a shower, it means I have to have a shower because we just get covered in.
And there's an image to leave you folks with. Chris stood naked.
I'm sorry.
In the dog.
She is going straight in that shower in a minute. Absolutely. Have you been watching much post-apocalyptic series? Because I have, preparing myself for the future.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we've been watching War of the Worlds.
That's what I watched on Saturday, War of the Worlds. Got up to date with that.
It feels like you could just be watching the news, though, when you're watching it.
I was watching that. I was thinking, well, that just looks like London does now.
Yeah, I know.
Swap the little metal alien things for some police drones, and you're pretty much there.
It was. There's some bits of it make you think, don't you? What we're in now.
Well, I'm thinking now would be a great time to do some filming on the streets of London if you're looking to get.
I said this to who was I speaking to the other day. You know Jason T. Smith.
Yeah.
I texted him the other day, see how he's getting on with stuff, and he was saying obviously it's a ghost town up in Vegas. All the casinos are shut. Everything. Can you imagine the amount of money being lost up there? But I actually texted him and I said it'd be a perfect time for some film crews to go in and get some filming made. It'd be great.
In shots there now. I mean, obviously you risk the threat of exposure to a global virus, but.
Just get written permission from the government, pay them a nice wedge, and have the whole lockdown of Vegas to film in.
Speaking of which, if anyone's planning on doing any filming in Wrexham, as the self-appointed mayor of Wrexham, if you give me a 50 grand kickback, you're more than welcome to come here.
Right, come on.
Yeah,
we're doing like my mother did. You said bye 10 minutes ago. Everyone's saying bye, and now you're all just carrying on.
That's not a little series as well. We've watched a whole series of that, haven't we? Series 1 is the Ozarks.
Yeah.
What's Ozark? What's that about?
It's
couldn't tell you, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's a strange one. It's about this guy who's sort of money laundering, like drugs sort of stuff, out in the middle of nowhere in the USA, and he's kind of keep his family safe and stuff. It's interesting.
Is it post-apocalyptic as well?
No.
All right. Now I need to watch stuff that's going to help me prepare for the future.
Oliver Ian said Contagion was on ITV the other night. That, if you've got that on DVD or Blu-ray, I know Music Magpie had hundreds of these before they started. They sold them super fast. I think the price was going up on that film. At one point, they were getting 25 quid a film for that film.
Wow.
That's what my mate was telling me. Okay, should we call time on it now? It's season 3 now for Ozarks.
Right, just...
Right, let me get to the
Bottom of what?
That's it. I'll be saying that in a minute when I'm washing you in the shower.
Right. Goodbye, people of the Car Boot.
Right, thanks, Andrew. Cheers.
Lovely speaking to you, Andrew. Stay safe.
Yeah. And thank you to all the chat as well. And we'll see you all. The next show will be Saturday night, 9 p.m. Cheers, mate.
Bye-bye, everyone.
See you, everyone. Bye.